Okay, niche clarity. Now let's talk about niche clarity, how we can be clear about niche, which you have decided. You want a system for that? Niche clarity system? You want a system? Again, the same thing. You should be passionate about it. It should be able to solve some problem or fulfill some desires, and people should be willing to pay for that. Suppose you are passionate about a particular topic. Okay, it is solving some problem also, but people are not willing to pay for it, so it's useless. So all the three components has to be there, all the three conditions has to be fulfilled. You should be having passion or love for that particular niche. It should be solving some sort of problem or fulfilling some sort of desires or dreams, and people should be willing to pay for it. Right? Now we take up all these three things separately. So how to test it? How to test it? How to check whether you are passionate about it or not? For checking your passion, we can ask these three questions to ourselves. Do you love reading or watching videos about it? Do you love reading books or articles or watching videos about this particular topic on which you are creating the course? If you are, then definitely this is your passion. Now, if somebody asks you that he'll give you or she will give you 50 videos or 50 books on that topic, how would you feel? Would you be excited or not? If you feel it like a burden, that means you are not passionate about that topic. And the third thing is that would you be willing to do it even for free? If you are willing to do it even for free, that means you are very, very passionate about it. Okay. Now, how to find that you can solve a problem? Very simple. Again, three questions. If there is a specific problem or need in that particular niche which you can solve, there should be a specific problem or need which you can solve. If you cannot solve a particular problem or a specific problem or a specific need, it's not going to be in demand. Okay. Then, is your audience aware about the problem? You feel that there is a problem, but your audience doesn't feel there's a problem. So again, you are in trouble. Okay. And your audience must be searching for it. Because if they are not searching for the solution, how they are going to come to you and how they are going to buy your courses? So your audience should be aware of the problem and they should be searching for the solution. If this condition is met, that shows there is a demand for that particular niche. Okay. And you can help them solve the problem faster. Suppose somebody went to a doctor, he was having colds, common colds, and the doctor gave him some prescriptions, some medicines. He asked, if I don't take the medicine, the doctor said, if you don't take the medicine, it will take 7 days for you to get out of the colds. And then the patient asked, if I take the medicine, well, then you will be okay within 1 week. So taking a medicine for the common colds will not help. But if that can help him getting better within a short time, definitely he'll go for it. Suppose you are into fitness or wellness, and somebody comes to you, I want to lose 3 kgs of weight, and you say, okay, start morning walk or start some exercise. Definitely, he or she will lose some weight. But if you have got a course or if you have got a system which can help them achieve the same result faster, help them in solving the same problem faster, definitely people are going to buy your course or your coaching. Okay. Now, is the audience capable of paying or willing to pay? This again is the very, very important test. For that, you have to see the whatever target audience you are focusing on is self sufficient. They are earning money. If you are focusing, if your course is for children, the children doesn't have a paying capacity. They are dependent on their parents. So in that case, though your course is for the kids, your target audience is people, their parents, not the students. Okay. So now, how to test whether people are willing to pay for it or not? In the market, in the online market, offline market, if there are courses, there are books, there are seminars, there are workshops on that particular topic, that shows there is a demand and people are willing to pay for this. We are here testing that whether people are willing to pay for the topic or not. So if other courses are selling, other books are selling, seminars are selling, workshops are selling, that means people are willing to pay money for that particular topic or for that particular problem solution. Okay. And the third thing is that you have to see that can your audience afford the pay? Can they afford to pay your charges or your fees? Suppose you are targeting lower middle class people, they may not be able to afford whatever fees you are asking for. But when you are targeting the salaried employees or things like that, somebody else who is having a capacity to pay for your services, for your courses, definitely your course is going to sell. So they should be able to afford it. Your pricing should not be very, very high. Your pricing should not be very, very low. So all these things are to be considered. Now, would you like some free tools to check your niche? Who loves free tools? Come on, tell me in the chat box. Say, I love free tools. Say, I love free tools. Good, 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 good. Yesterday, I had given you one free tool. Did you notice it? That was Trustpilot. You can make an account over there and ask your students and your clients to give their feedback on Trustpilot account. Okay. So you love free tools. Okay. I'm giving you 2 free tools here that will help you in selecting your niche. Okay. Will that be wonderful? So now you have to look 2 particular points. You have to ask yourself these 2 particular questions. What is a unique topic in your broad niche? Suppose you are into wellness. What is a unique topic in wellness? That is the first question. And the second question you have to ask is there enough demand for that topic in your area, in your niche? Broad niche I'm talking about. So once you have these 2 questions and you want answers for these 2 questions, you do your brainstorming. And after doing your brainstorming, you can take the help of the free tools, which I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. So the first free tool is brainstorming to find people's interest in your niche. You want to find whether people are interested in your niche or not. Okay. That is the first question. So for that, you can go to this website, keysearch.co/tools/brainstorm niche ideas. Okay. This is one area where you can brainstorm, find niche ideas and find keywords also. Suppose you want to go into wellness and you want to go into weight loss niche, you can go into that site and write down weight loss, and you will find a lot of keywords and a lot of ideas which can be the micro niches within the weight loss domain. Is that wonderful? Want to see it? Want to see it? Okay. This is the site. This is the site. You can just click on that link and you will be on this site. So now suppose we go for weight loss. Okay. And even before clicking the search button, you find a lot of ideas here: weight loss diet, weight loss tips, weight loss diet chart, weight loss exercises, weight loss tips in Hindi, blah, 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 blah. On Google, on Yahoo, on Bing, on YouTube, on Amazon, on eBay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Is this tool going to help you out in finding your niche? So I have given the link to this here. I'm giving it again, and I'll ask my team to post it in the Facebook group also. So you can take help of this tool in finding your topic ideas, your micro niches. Okay. Now, what about the second tool? The second tool is very common. The second tool is very common but very rarely used by people, and that is Google Trends. Okay. Suppose you are confused about the demand in some particular niche. Suppose you are into weight loss. Let me show you. You can go to Google Trends, and here we put the keywords weight loss. Okay. Suppose we are working on weight loss yoga. Okay. So we get the number of searches for weight loss yoga, how many people are searching. But these figures are, this chart is for the United States. Suppose we want to find the demand in India. So we can write here India. Or drop down menu. We can go for India, and we get the results for it. These are the number of searches. People are searching weight loss for yoga, and these are the number of searches for last 12 months. You can find for some other uh, time period also. Now suppose we want to compare it, say weight loss diet, and immediately we see another result here in the red. These are the searches for weight loss diets. Okay. Now suppose we want to add one more thing to compare, and we say weight loss drinks. That will be shown in yellow. So there is very less demand for weight loss diets as compared to weight loss drinks, as compared to weight loss yoga. So this way we can finalize which particular niche is suitable for us and we can work accordingly. Wonderful. Is that helpful? So these are the two sites, keyword research and trends on Google. So you can take help of these and finalize your niche.